This is Chapter 8 of the story Found in Space, Lost in Time. The chapter is entitled Escape. As the cosmos sprawled endlessly around him, Sotsi's existence within the confines of the Hawk Station had become a solitary quest toward an unprecedented understanding of universal energies. His interactions with Nosha and Zah had granted him powers that seemed boundless. Yet these very powers now faced restrictions imposed by unseen celestial entities. Alone and empowered, Sotsi continued to expand his machinery, his station becoming a labyrinth of devices pulsating with the energies of Nosha and the machines and all the Zah in him. Each piece of equipment was a testament to his genius, designed to harness and manipulate these cosmic substances on an ever greater scale. Yet, as his abilities grew, so did the constraints placed upon them. Sotsi noticed that the flow of Zah he was able to extract had begun to fluctuate. More disturbingly, he sensed that some of the Zah he had already gathered was being drawn away from him, siphoned off by the mysterious entities that had made their presence felt. This realization came as a shock, shattering his perception of control. The entities which he had felt as distant watchers were now active interveners, directly influencing his capacity to harness the cosmic energies. The timing could not have been worse. The fleet sent by the Human Council to halt his experiments was mere hours from arriving. Sotsi understood that his groundbreaking work, teetering on the brink of cosmic revolution, was under threat, not just from the entities, but also from his kind. The dual pressure squeezed him from both ends, leaving him cornered and desperate. In his isolation, Sotsi's mind raced through possibilities. His profound understanding of time and space, combined with the manipulative powers granted by Zah, led him to conceive a daring plan. Escape through time itself. If the entities and the incoming fleet were to prevent him from continuing his work in the present, he would simply go to the past. There, away from the restrictions of his current timeline and the threats looming over him, he could perhaps find a new path. In his mind, gods never needed to understand all the mechanisms of the universe around them. They have no real understanding of physics and technology, and may not be aware of the concept of time travel. Maybe if he hides in the past, the battleships will never reach him, and maybe neither will the gods. Sotsi set to work immediately, using the advanced technologies at his disposal. He recalibrated the station's core system to create a temporal gateway. This was no small feat. The theories of time travel were speculative at best, and the risks were immense. However, his current abilities, fueled by the energies of Zah, allowed him to manipulate the necessary variables with precision. As the fleet's arrival became imminent, Sotsi initiated the sequence to activate the temporal gateway. The station hummed with a power it had never held before, vibrating with the tension of bending time. Sotsi felt the gaze of the celestial entities intensify, their silent disapproval echoing through the cosmos. But it was too late for them to intervene. Just as the first ships of the fleet came into view, a blinding light enveloped the Hawk Station. Sotsi, at the heart of the storm of energy he had unleashed, focused on a time in the past. A quieter era, one where he could blend in, far removed from cosmic deities and interstellar politics. As the light faded, Sotsi found himself adrift, not in space, but in time. The Hawk Station was gone, replaced by the blue skies and the green horizons of an ancient Earth. Here, in this past world, Satsi knew he had a chance to start anew, to explore the potentials of Zah and Nosha without the oversight of celestial beings or the threats of human interference. Having traveled back in time, Satsi found himself in an era starkly different from the one he had left. The absence of advanced technology and the simplicity of life were in stark contrast to the complexities of his previous existence among the stars. It was a world where the celestial beings he had once sensed so keenly seemed absent, with neither developed science to understand or manipulate the elements as he had done. In this new time, the concept of celestial entities influencing life through cosmic energies was unheard of. The beings that had once limited Satsi's access to Zah were no longer a part of his daily reality. This was a world untouched by the complexities of time travel or the nuances of cosmic physics, governed by natural laws as understood through rudimentary science and abundant mysticism. Satsi, armed with his deep knowledge and the Zah still resonating within him, began to integrate into this society. His advanced understanding of science and the universe was hidden behind the guise of a traveler with unique but vague origins. He connected easily with the people. His empathy was enhanced by the human essences carried within the Zah. It made him unusually attuned to their suffering and joys, bridging any gap left by time or culture. As he settled into the simpler life, Satsi found ways to use his abilities discreetly. He wrote parts of his story and understanding of the gods and hid it in a book on the surface of Mars. A new chapter of his life began, and it began through a humble wedding he was attending. Sensing that the joy of the event would not be complete, he turned the water in the cups slowly into a dark red wine.